Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. If you guys are new here, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you guys became part of the DIY family by subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. So in today's video, we are going to be making some high-end-ish dining room decor, and I'm going to be using a whole bunch of supplies from Goodwill, Amazon, Dollar Tree, probably Walmart. I have one really big thing done already that I'm super excited to share with you guys. That's gonna be my Farmhouse rum pendant type of thing. That is made from a $1.99 Goodwill find, and then also some bamboo sticks from Amazon that I've been using in several of my projects. And then after that, it's just gonna kind of tie into my dining room. So super excited for that. All right, let's get on to the DIYs.
Okay, so this one is actually an older DIY, but I've been getting questions about it, so I'm going to share it today. I got these legs from Habitat for Humanity for $1 a piece, and then also these Dollar Tree wooden rounds, also $1 a piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and saw off this end on the legs, and I tried to twist it off, but it didn't come off, so we just went ahead and did that. Lani, are you stomping around? And so I sanded them down a little bit, and as you guys can see, I already kind of marked my spot on the wooden round, and I'm going to be using my wood glue. Sorry, you guys, Milani's back here. I'm going to be using my wood glue from Dollar Tree, and I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, so I decided to use some hot glue also just to make sure that it was going to stick right away so I could get back to work. Once it's glued down, I am going to use this Craftsmart in khaki and just paint it along. So I am going to actually sand down a little bit of the paint after it's done, and that is pretty much it. And I did use some Dollar Tree candles. I think they come in a pack of 4 or something. So keeping this less than $5 or at $5.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
Alright, so for this one, I'm going to be using one of these little cat dishes from Dollar Tree. Also, one of these new candle holders, also from Dollar Tree. And this is a terracotta platter from Walmart. And I also took these beads that I did in a previous DIY. They're Dollar Tree beads that I just painted. So basically what I'm going to do is just glue it all together.
I put my feet up and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we say?
And I'm going to be using that same sample paint from Lowe's, which is in Repost Gray, and then using my paper towel to paint it. And again, I've mentioned this before that when I tap it on there, it gives it sort of a texture, and it works perfectly for anything that's metal or plastic, so that it actually sticks on there. So I'm only going to do that method on the dish just because it is metal, and then on the rest of it, I am going to be using one of these little Dollar Tree brushes that actually a few people asked me about these brushes. They do come in a pack of 3. So I'm just going to give this 2 coats. On the second coat, I am going to be brushing it like around. And I don't know if you guys can tell or not, sometimes the lighting is kind of weird, but this actually looks like a stone texture, which I really like.
Forever, I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up.
So I think that once this is all finished, you could actually use it on either end. Of course, if you use it this way, make sure that you guys paint it all the way inside. And if you don't, just make sure that people don't come to your house and flip over your decor to make sure that the stuff is painted at the bottom. Anyways, you know what? I can't always take my time to paint the bottom if it's not going to be seen, especially if I reuse stuff. So on to the next one. We're going to be using several Dollar Tree vases and candle holders. So I got 3 different kinds. Same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and glue these together.
When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever.
So on this one, I am going to take a different Lowe's sample that I got for $1. I could honestly not tell you what color it is because it doesn't say on the thing or on the bottle or what is this? The little container. It doesn't have the name on it. So I'm going to do the same exact thing, just take my paper towel and then start tapping it on there. And this also gets a stone texture, and I had second thoughts of how I ended up painting it in the end, but I think it'll be fine. So I just did 1 layer just with a paper towel, and then again went in there with my brush and then just brushed it all around. Oh, and then on this part, I just tried to cover that crease as best as I could, and actually this paint worked really well to do that. It kind of hid that big gap between the 2 vase or the 2 candle holders. I like using different things to paint, and for this one I'm going to be using one of these wax pads that you find at the automotive section at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to start tapping on my Repost Gray paint. And at first I wasn't going to go crazy on the middle one. I was just going to do little specks of white here and there, but I ended up covering the whole thing, and then I did actually end up tapping it onto the other 2 pieces as well, which I'm still thinking about it. Oh, look at that, I broke it. I pressed it too hard, so I had to re-glue it, and then I try to go in there with my brush and try to cover that crease or that gap as well as I could. You know, it happens.
In circles, but I'm still on the ground.
So in the end, you guys could use this as a really tall candle holder or a vase, which that's what I'm going to use it. I'm just going to put my Dollar Tree greenery in there. And this next one that's coming up, I am so excited about. So I got this embroidery hoop at Goodwill for $1.99, and I couldn't pass it up, you guys. So I didn't know what I was going to do with it until I did. So I'm going to be taking these bamboo sticks that are from Amazon that I will link down below. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start taking this apart really gently. I definitely did not want to break this. And then I just took those staples off. And I did end up gluing the 2 ends together with some Star Bond super glue, which is really strong glue. I will also have that link down below. And then just for the rest of it, I did use my glue gun or my hot glue.
Would give love to get away. It's getting real dark.
So I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can. So taking that center part that I just glued, I'm going to take my first bamboo stick and I'm going to glue it on there just with my hot glue. You guys could use wood glue. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. And it's 12:34 a.m. So if I'm gluing a little crazy, that's why. Okay, so then on the opposite end, I will glue the other bamboo stick, and so on and so forth. I'm going to take the center of the other side, glue the bamboo stick, and then do the same for the opposite side. So I hope that makes sense. Listen, I totally eyeballed this, but you guys feel free to measure. I think I did pretty well just for eyeballing it. And so then on the top side, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the other ring. And I'm sorry if you guys can't see everything I'm doing. This thing is huge and it was taking up the whole space and my camera was just not getting it. So I kind of moved it around at a later time so you guys will be able to see it a little bit better. So once those pieces are glued together, I'm going to measure right in the center. And again, I didn't measure for everyone. I just eyeballed it for the most part and it looks pretty even to me. So now on that center, I'm going to glue my bamboo stick. And then on the middle of those two, I will glue a bamboo stick as well. So you guys see that they're all glued together. And now I'm going to take the next bamboo stick and glue it to that center. And then in the center of those two sections, I hope you guys, I hope I'm not losing you. Then I'm going to do a crisscross with 2 more bamboo sticks. You guys get me? If you don't, make sure you guys leave me your questions down below.
1,000 years, could you bring some light to me, or just sit beside me and never leave? I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt. It's a day like this. It's a day I really would have missed.
All right, coming on to the end of the last bamboo stick. Look how pretty this looks, and it's super lightweight. I'm not too worried about it coming apart. If it does, some sections I could just re-glue them, but I think for the most part it's really good. And then I did just try to take off all the stringiness from the hot glue, that way when I paint it, it doesn't paint on there. And then I'm going to take this chain from Dollar Tree, and I only show you 3 links that I'm using here, but I actually ended up using 5 links. So I'm just taking my measuring tape and just kind of marking where I'm going to put the loop of the chain or one of the links. And just with my drill, just made a hole for it. And so on one of the links, I'm going to take it apart into like a C shape, and then I'm going to stick that right into that hole that I drilled. So for my colors, I'm using this deep brown from Dollar Tree, this apple barrel pewter gray, and then this Dollar Tree chalkboard paint in black. And I'm just mixing it together. So I just am adding a little bit of black and just trying to get it as dark as not as dark as I can, but I'm just trying to give it that deep color. And it's not the color that I envisioned, but I think it's still gonna look really great. I wanted it to have a little more black in there, but you know what, it's okay. We're gonna work with it. So I'm actually gonna be using some baby wipes to stain the entire thing. And I do kind of go in there with one baby wipe with the stain or the paint, and then I go in with a clean one to kind of take the excess off, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna do this whole thing using the same technique.
Dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me, or just sit beside me and never leave?
I was gonna leave it as is, but I actually decided to take some of these Dollar Tree thumbtacks. Now, taking my wire cutters, I'm just gonna cut off the tip of the thumbtack, I don't know. And then I just started attaching them all the way around on each of the vertical bamboo sticks. So I did do a little dot of hot glue, and then I just went in there, and then with my pliers I just pressed it in. It does have a little excess tip on there, so it does go into the wood. And I'm not going to take the lampshade off because honestly it's really ugly inside of it, so I'm just going to leave it like that and then hang it right over it, and it's going to look amazing.
Let's say it's a boat that we're all in together, that barely stays afloat while we all discuss the weather. How long can we all go on before we change our ways? How long till the break of dawn? How long till it days? How long till it days? Let's say it's a bed we all know is on fire. Pharaohs spin our heads, but no one calls out liar. How long can we all go on?
Alright you guys, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the DIYs. If you did, I would love it if you guys gave me a thumbs up. Leave me your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.